different
gifts, yeah.
and it's all from the same God.
Mm.
You know, we're all different in our own way.
Great.
But it's the same God.
Of course.
So when you have that spiritual maturity, you're able to appreciate God.
Yeah.
At the multi giftings of His people that He's giving to His kingdom,
Sure.
if that makes sense. And I absolutely enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
I preached in Tree.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
You preach in Tree, and you're trying to catch you. Senior Vice
When the Spirit of God comes upon you, He's the one that's doing it. You're just a vessel.
And nyamiti me ma maintain
question now we say no question. O say nyamiti me ma we.
Say me one thing ma nyamema twi no nkoso wo dey wa.
Twi ne ka.
Wow, I see. Yeah, so. But I've watched your ministration over and over across the world. I mean in ministry, sound ministration there. For now in Ghana, in Africa, I think comparatively, this guy, Nigerian guy, and American say he's getting close to your power, and you've maintained that grace.
I've been doing ministry for 30 years.
Yes.
The starting no movie started.
I know.
I tell people, sir, getting to the top is easy.
Yes.
Staying
at the top
and being consistent. Totally different.
And that is the greatest thing, Meniajo.
Yeah.
I mean, you've maintained it because they've risen up,
and they
and at a point in time
they disappear.
They're just out of the system.
And it comes with a lot of disciplines.
I like that.
Even though you have the grace, you've got to sustain the grace with discipline. No promiscuity. In Massem, you don't do that. My team will tell you, no one is permitted to come around me. In fact, me a terrible introvert.
Yeah.
So being an introvert, I'm in my room alone. I'm talking to my wife, my children. I have too many people to be talking to. I mean, when he came, I was on the phone with my wife, and I had to finish with her. So a lot of disciplines you put a lot of disciplines in place.
Yeah.
And for 30 years, you get better, and you get better. You get better because the only person you depend on is God and not yourself. So one of the things you discover about me is you can never experience me today and have this same experience tomorrow. No. Anywhere, my team will tell you it came out different because I'm able to understand that which God wants to do
at every moment.
Indeed, my team can tell you, sir, met me a 20 let's say from this song they call not be assassin. And so now they are ready. They know sir they are here.
Maybe to me, I use a different approach. Yeah. Yeah.
I was saying Yamino net said they all say right? So I'm an advocate for that, and I've been doing that for many years.
Wow.
And I think it's one of the reasons why God is sustaining and has sustained the ministry. And now we've moved for the past 7 years to pastoralship.
And then I watched you in your own ministry, and it was very great. What's that here saying?
Of course.
Because there's one thing ministering in this auxiliary and itinerary ministry, and establishing
pastoring a church. I tell people that
pastoral,
being an itinerant ministry is fun.
Yeah.
You know, you go, you book,
you minister, you are done,
and you're gone. And staying at one place to build a people is a whole different calling altogether. To build strangers. So an American preacher, Dr. Jamal Bryan, said, when you go to a Ghanaian man's church, you will meet Ghanaians.
Yeah.
When you go to a Nigerian man's church, you meet Nigerians. When you go to Sonny Badu's church, you meet Americans.
Yeah.
They're 95% Americans there.
Okay.
And that shows the power of influence. And America
now almost betna wana say pastors.
Over 14 pastors under me. The youngest is 52.
You don't mean it?
I'm telling you. The youngest pastor under me is 52.
So how many branches?
2. Okay. We have Atlanta, and we have New York, and we have Florida coming up.
Now maybe organ.
Debbie. Well, for now, dear.
Okay.
Debbie. Future. I'm not sure. You know what I said to somebody? I'm saying, "No, baby, I'm sorry." I'm saying, "The members no more." And then my can say,
Ghana.
Member be wa. All that's going to happen is Obi sorry members now.
But is it that different from America?
America no. I'm found who die endorse.
Okay.
So I'll tell you something about my church. 80% of them no omon kwasore kra.
Wow.
Obiwa no few 10 years. Obiwa no few 15 years. Obiwa or relocate free Virginia and then Philadelphia, about Atlanta. Na Rock Hill Church na Bernard the church. Because they know, my church members know. So if you are sorry na buyer, make a trust a call.
Oh really?
So from my letter said they approve of
your transfer.
You go. They know it.
Why you want to give birth to a new people
absolutely
and disciple them?
Because they are also a free harbor.
The
same confusion of the free one.
Or the Bible.
I've done church for many. I'm writing a whole book of church. The free Church of God United says so for now offended and now be BSc. Okay, into new church. Now also for new one. Also in a member or a time bomb within 2 years. Maximum of time will be stayed 2 years. Within 2 years, same confusion of the free hand and one of the baba. When I'm doing a whole book on the philosophy of church planting, it's just like recycle. Most of it,
especially in Africa and
Ghana.
Yeah,
and you can record it. ZK, I then I'm making it very sensitive, so you gotta record it. Internet asofo P enkasa. I didn't know kasa. Madam for no. Member we naming a problem. In Kana me pese only the kasa. Na obabak.
Yeah.
Because by all means, obaba be catch them they see.
Yeah.
But enam say me nije and as a me pedie only no one intino. Or no be catch them so we jano. Me fa na say me because e bia bibi kakra wo no enti we di kakra ma misumi dibi enti wo hwe ya me am ye o yonko wo hwe video na member net ho woni me nkasa bio. And that's why most pastors do not talk, because members are moving from places, and the new pastor said this one was a member in this church, but they're happy because it helps with their numbers and it helps with their finances. I'm a pastor. I used to help pastors before I pastored. So I understand this whole philosophy and how it works.
You're talking to also a pastor. I am not in the charismatic or Pentecostal. I'm a Methodist, a Methodist Reverend Minister. I understand the dynamics. But I mean, you are giving me a different picture of you. I've known Sonny Bedu from a distance in terms of the song ministry. But you're giving me very in-depth, having been a theologian, studied a theology over the years, understand what you are talking about. Let's look at the Ghana in our pastors. Many of them will rise with huge congregation, supposed miracles. Then all of a sudden, everybody will come down.
Because most of them rise without feathers. Yeah. And fathers are feathers. So they are rising, but they fail the brow brain. They are on their own. But in ministry, particularly where you serve and I serve, you do not go into battle without a spiritual backing.
Of course.
So the reason why most of them are cut off halfway is they are battling without a spiritual backing.
So Moses will be in the house, Aaron and Nun will be on the field. Moses' hands will be up. Then they will be winning.
They are fighting.
And people will only see them, but Moses is
behind the scene. So the old man might not be strong, but the spiritual capacity
will back you.
Makutala, don't make me speak it.
My brother.
Don't make me get into a preaching mood.
I'm just enjoying
But here is the problem. it's not all fathers that have the right. Oh, I'm speaking too deep today. It's not all fathers that. Okay, what are you doing? I'm talking deep. Also, I feel about you.
You can. But you are recording everything.
I feel about you.
We have it everything.
It's
recorded.
not all fathers that have the right intentions for their spiritual sons and daughters.
Okay.
Some fathers are genuine, and they genuinely want to see you become better.
Yeah.
In fact, they want to see a better version of them in you.
In you.
Other fathers are abusers, where